What's up, Twisted Ginger? Hey, Markey, Dodson. I'm going to play a few tunes for you here.
Okay. Or Don, turn the guitar down.
Turn it down. Feel better?
Yeah, I know, and I said,
Check, check, 1, 2, check, check. Check, check, 1, 2, check, check, 1, 2. Check, check, 1, 2, check, check. Check, check, 1, 2, check, check, 1, 2. Check, check. Sitting here in limbo, like a bird without a song. I'm sitting here in limbo, and I know it won't be long. Well, they're putting up resistance, but I know my faith will lead me on. Sitting here in limbo, waiting for the tide to flow. I'm sitting here in limbo, knowing that I have to go. Well, they're putting up resistance, but I know my faith will lead me on. I don't know what life will show me, but I know what I've seen. I can't see what life will lead me, but I know where I've been. I try I don't know what life will show me, but I know what I've seen. I can't see where life will lead me, but I know where I've been. I've tried my hand at love and friendship, and all that is past and gone. This little boy is moving on, sitting in limbo, waiting for the tides to go. Sitting here in limbo, got some time to search my soul. Well, they're putting up resistance, but I know my faith will lead me on. Well, they're putting up resistance, but I know my faith will lead me on. Thank you.
Catching the guitar too. He was all over this thing. He actually go though. It's not doing anything. Break that out and like. It is great. Right when we go to the airport, it's
That's a red stick.
I never would have hitchhiked to Birmingham if it hadn't been. Never would have took the train to Louisiana if it hadn't been. Never would have run through the blinding rain with that $1 to my name if it hadn't been for love. I never would have seen the trouble that I'm in if it hadn't been for love. I would have been gone like a wayward wind if it hadn't been for love. Nobody knows it better than me. I wouldn't be wishing I was free if it hadn't been for love. Four cold walls against my will. At least I know she's lying still. Four cold walls without parole. Lord have mercy on my soul. I never would have went to that side of town if it hadn't been for love. I never would have took a mind to track her down if it hadn't been for love. I never would have loaded up a 44 and put myself behind the jailhouse door if it hadn't been for love. Four cold walls against my will. At least I know she's lying still. Four cold walls it hadn't been for love. I never would have took a train to Louisiana if it hadn't been for love. I never would have run through the blinding rain without $1 to my name if it hadn't been for love. If it hadn't been for love. If it hadn't been for love. Thanks so much.
Yeah, I think it's moving back.
How's everything sound out there? Got a thumbs up? All right. Tim Dodson's going to pick up the old mandolin here again. The multi-instrumentalist.
Very nice. Right? Move the barrels too. Over here.
I got you.
put a mandolin in tune, like a full
Please, with 20 stitches. Well, I have to ask you if I'm including this
Tim's going to switch over to the piano. Check, 1, 2.
I'm so close to you, baby, but we're so far away. There's a silence between us and there's so much to say. You're my strength, you're my weakness, you're my faith, you're my doubt. We gotta meet in the middle to work this thing out. More love, I can hear our hearts crying. More love, I know that's all we need is more love to flow in between us. Take us and hold us, lift us above. If there's ever an answer, it's more love. We're afraid to be idle, so we fill up the days. We run on a treadmill and keep slaving away. So there's no time for talking about trouble in mind. And the doors are all closed between your heart and mine. More love, I can hear our hearts crying. More love, I know that's all we need is more love to flow in between us, take us and hold us, lift us above. If there's ever an answer, it's more love. Just look out around you, people fighting their wars. You think they'll be happy when they settle the scores. But let's lay down the weapons that hold us apart. Be still for just a minute and try to open our hearts to more love. I can hear our hearts crying, more love. I know that's all we need is more love to flow in between us, take us and hold us, lift us above. If there's ever an answer, it's more love. I can hear our hearts crying, more love. I know that's all we need is more love to flow in between us, take us and hold us, lift us above. If there's ever an answer, it's more love.
It's like calcium. It's like calcium. Go around and see it's like a little round.
So we got green done. Yeah, there's like 5% little chicken container plates. Little fucking Chinese
This next one's an Elton John song that we've been working an awful lot on. Let's see how it goes. Kind of a B-side.
vocals right there.
Tim Dodson on the keys and the mandolin and diamonds. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out. All the people we know, friends and family, and people we don't know too. Thanks for coming. Thanks, buddy. Hey. Special thanks to Mr. Pete. Everybody say hi to Pete.
Put something in there. Go ahead.
People say she's crazy, she got diamonds on the soles of her shoes. Well, that's one way to do it, she's walking through. Diamonds on the soles of her shoes. She was physically forgotten and she slipped into my pocket with my car key. Said you've taken me for granted because I please you. Wearing diamonds on the soles of her shoes. Say, ooh, everybody knows what I'm talking about. Everybody here knows exactly what I'm talking about. Talk about diamonds on the soles of their shoes. Sign of a teaspoon, he makes the sign of a wave. The poor boy changes clothes and he puts on that little shit to compensate for his ordinary shoes. She said, honey, take me dancing, but they ended up by sleeping in a doorway. The bodega and the lights on over Broadway, wearing diamonds on the soles of their shoes. walking down old souls wash shoes. Ta-na-na, 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 hey, hey, ta-na-na, ta-na-na, hey, hey, ta-na-na, ta-na-na, hey, hey, ta-na-na, ta-na-na, hey, hey. Thanks so much.
That was one week in this African thing. That was oh yeah, thank you. I read it out, apparently. Where is she? That's the first time. Is she coming? You all right?
For the eyes of love. told me. Just a child that told me so. Thank y'all. We'll be back in just a little bit. We got Sean coming up.
Yep, Sean's going to come
Our
up.
friend Sean's going to come up and play a little bit on our set break. Thanks you so much. Don Markey, I'm Tim Dodson. Thank you.
Markey Dodson. Oh, yeah, on the guy's right.